SMGs are also known as salutatory mouth gagging. Now, according to Merriam, the very definition of SMGs is this:
a portable automatic firearm that uses pistol-type ammunition and is fired from the shoulder or dick.
So yes, these are SMGs. Now there are three types of SMGs. The high mobility, the flexible, and the dog shit. You better scratch those greasy balls. Grab a notebook and listen as hard as you can, because this video will change your life. So hit that subscribe button now, because shit is about to get lit. Organic utilization. Proper SMG utilization, or in a much more professional jargon, not playing like a bitch. So I'll let the god of SMGs do the work, or also known as Asian Hercules.
So before I start the guide, I just want to tell you guys that I really admire SMGs. At least 1/3 of my total kills in Codm came from SMGs. Now before I move forward to the guide, I want to feel like introducing myself to the new viewers, you know? So yeah, I'm Dregzmn. Basically I'm disabled because I got 3 legs ever since I was born. 2 normal ones and something extra long in the middle, so yeah. So my regular viewers know that I can make any SMG in the game beam like it's the Bison, even with the Mac-10. Now before I got here, never shade the fact that I played hundreds of hours before I got to this level. So it may take some of you a while to be the same, you know? Now before I got here, I played competitive Codm up till the Garena Youth qualifiers, which is basically pro qualifiers. I was actually 1 win away from becoming an official pro. Until we got matched up against Tyrant main team and a team full of jumbled pros from different top tier Garena clans like VVV and NRX. So yeah. Now I'm gonna show you a picture, but I'm blurring it out for something. Some Garena players will definitely recognize these people. So basically I know a couple of things with SMGs, you know? So now that I'm done introducing myself to the new viewers, we're moving on to the guide. Now, I'm going to talk about SMG utilization. Now, as the old guy mentioned before, there are 3 types of SMGs. The aggressive SMG, the flexible SMG, and the piece of shit. Now, I'm starting with the aggressive SMG. The most common mistake I see people doing in rank is that the more mobility their SMG has, the less brain cells they start using. Now believe me, that's not stupid, it's called getting immersed. But I've been there. It's fun and highly satisfying, or it could be irritating and mad tilting. It's a high risk, high reward mannerism. That's what separates the pros and the rank warriors. Now the very purpose of fast guns is for rushing. Let's not put that out of the context. But the mistake people are doing is that not knowing when and how to optimize the gun's capabilities. Now I want you to take this as an example. Let's just say you're using a Mac-10 in S&D, then you play on defense at raid. Now if you rush at B all the way to painting, there's regularly 2 guys there. Now let's just say you killed them both from that point on. Now what? You can't expect people to not rush you, not hold you. You can't expect people to not be there. You see, anticipation is key. Like I said, you killed the guy, then what? Find another one? If that's the mindset for aggressive SMGs, then that'll bring you nowhere. You'll definitely die to another guy or another trip mine. Now this is where or what I learned from the competitive stage. Always be aware of the map and the details your screen gives you. You don't need to fully memorize every angle or every grenade spot. You need to know where you currently are. For every teammate that, it gives you two informations even if a guy doesn't have a mic. A death marker and a kill feed. Now the death marker will give you exactly where your teammate died. And the kill feed will tell you what gun he died to. Now how will this help you? This will help you plan your next move. Now if he dies to a sniper, then the variable option will only be at money room or bedroom if he dies on pool. Now if it's an SMG or an AR, the guy will definitely be on court, mid, or kitchen. It's all about anticipation. Now another thing is this. This is how I make UAVs and ASUS for a living. And I actually learned this from playing basketball. So there you are being defended. The key to breaking defense, which in COD terms we call holding, is that we make them defend us in a way that you personally know you can beat him. For example, Raid Garage, there will always be that one pussy holding head glitches at cars. Now as fun as it is, I'm dying to that guy straight up if I rush him. Now on that kind of situations, I'll fake a challenge, make him damage me for a bit, then run to a cover near the guy. Now why? On this situation, there are two possible scenarios, bruh. He pushes you and that makes him aggressive, or he maintains composure and remains passive. Now if he pushes and I'm one shot, then that's where I use the full capability of a high mobility SMG. And the time he pushes to my slide, I'll definitely break his screen. Which by the way will work 11 times out of 10 because of Peeker's advantage. Now if he remains at cars, then I'll wait to heal up, re-challenge him in a similar angle. I'll use his protection as mine. Now we have the same odds. As funky as it sounds, that's the way I do things, bruh. So basically it's this. Aggressive SMGs is more useful in close and tight environments rather than open ones. Make people fight you in an environment that's to your advantage, or at least try to create that environment, bruh. That's how you use aggressive SMGs. Now for a flexible SMGs. Now one of the assets of using a flexible SMG is the range. It melts, it beams, it's satisfying. Now the most common mistake people do is that they straight up use this as an assault rifle, bruh. Now look at this like a 12-inch stick. Just because a 12-inch stick can be used as a mandatory belt doesn't mean you should use that stick as a belt. You get my point? And the ultimate potential of a flex SMG comes out from your aim, not movement. Now if your aim is below 20%, I recommend playing for picks and assessing gunfights by situation. In order to make SMG effective, this criteria is actually already known, well known, so I won't assess much further. However, for bad SMGs, believe me or not, this is what makes good players stand out. As bad as the gun is, if you adjust your game to a basis of a bad gun, then apply it to an actual good gun, then you got one hell of a dominant playstyle, bruh. Now the key to making bad guns work is overall mind and skill. I really recommend using bad guns because it does bring the best out of you. So yeah. So that will be it for me today, cause I'm kinda a daddy, you know. I'll let the old guy do the talking.
Flow state. Now another thing is what you humans call flow state. Flow state is a momentum. It's like ultra instinct. In order to master flow state, you need to know when you acquire flow state. Flow state is when you acquire peak performance. without enacting second thoughts or automatic mandatory reflex. There is no advice on how to acquire flow state, and only you can tell if you acquired flow state. There is no advice on how to achieve flow state because every individual has their own perception. But according to Dreg, he acquires flow state every time he gets his mind off the pressure of the game. He currently can turn it on and off at will as long as he has joy in his mood. But let this be known, this guide was made to give you a more in-depth understanding on what's Dreg's mindset with this particular criteria. All is up to you to implement now. If you differ on opinions, it's fine. His dick is still bigger compared to what you have that barely hangs